All right, y'all. So I am in the process of taking the 5%ers challenge, the 100K high stakes challenge. So I need 8,000 to pass the challenge, $8,000 in profit. So I am hopefully on the last day. I think this is going to happen. I got $800 left to go, and I'm in a really good trade on the GBPCHF and also on the AUDJPY. Fun fact or fun story about the me getting in the 5%ers challenge. I bought the challenge the day before they stopped accepting U.S. clients. When all the craziness started with the prop firms pulling out the U.S. market, like the 5%ers was the last firm that I was just like, man, I got to try and get a challenge with these folks because I know they had a really good reputation, or they have a really good reputation, you know, amongst like all the prop firms. They're one of the tip top, like you'll never hear nothing wrong that the 5%ers has done. Not doing nobody dirty or, you know, denying payouts, You'll never hear nothing bad about the 5%ers. I stalled on getting the challenge from them because I never really liked their challenge options. If I'm just being 100% honest, their challenge options just weren't very attractive to me initially. But when all this stuff started happening, and before it happened, I hadn't looked at the website in probably a year. Like, I ain't gonna say a year. It had been a long time, definitely some months though. And but I went back on the website and I'm just like, man, it's now or never. It's now or never, because they might pull out the market any day now. I picked the challenge that was most attractive for how I trade, which ended up being the 100K high stakes challenge. That was the highest challenge that I could get on the high stakes format, and bought the challenge. And about 22 hours later, they pulled out the U.S. market. I was like, thank you, Lord. Thank you for letting me get up in there just in time. Appreciate you. And so, yeah, here we are. Man, AJ messing me up. If AJ wasn't coming up, I would have passed probably by now, because GBPCHF is, I mean, it's moving good, but if this would have stayed down here, just like, come on, man. I'm tempted to go ahead and just TP and let GBPCHF finish it out. That's what I'm tempted to do right now. But man, I'm just gonna go ahead and take this money off of the table, because you're not finna ruin my All right, so now I only have the GBPCHF running. Based on where it's at right now, I think well, first of all, I went ahead and set a TP at about $4,700. What I'm trying to do is wait on the equity to get to about 8,100. The reason I'm not trying to get it to 8,000 on the dot and then go ahead and X out of it is because I'm going to get charged commission when I exit this trade, somewhere probably between $30 to $50. So it's safest for me. The safest thing for me to do is to wait on it to hit around 8,100, maybe 8,150, somewhere in there, and then exit the trade. That way I know for sure that I'm going to hit the profit target once all the fees and stuff are, you know, have come out. Now, what I could see happening right now is that we get a push down to about this area here. I don't know why that line ain't straight. That's straight enough. About this area right here, I can see it coming down because there's an opposing wick sitting right there. So I can see M15 coming down here, then bouncing up. So I might have to wait a little while. All right, so that retrace that I was talking about earlier, it made it almost down to where I said. I was saying it might come down about right here. And it made it almost to that area, but not quite. It missed it by like a pip and a half. Why I got to be that specific? I should just said 2 pips. I'm up here talking about a pip and a half. Meanwhile, I didn't measure it. I'm up here eyeballing it like that. Look like about it's a pip and a half. How much is that? And see, it's 1 pip. That's what I get for trying to be precise and whatnot. But anyway, come on, man. I need like what? 9 pips, man. 9 pips will get it. 9 pips will get it. And I ain't but It's an hour and 38 minutes left in the day before the day changes over. I really don't want to hold this over into the Asian session. Hey, real talk though, it ain't too much that can make you feel worse than when you trying to pass a challenge and price gets to like right at your target and barely misses it. It's been like two or three times that I've been taking a challenge. And when I say prices come within like $50 or, you know, stuff like that, where it's like, if I could just get 2 more pips or something like that, and then it'll just wick and start, you know, going the other way. I'm like, what the heck? And you feel so watched. You just feel like somebody is watching just your computer. It's like, they're taking a challenge. We can't let them pass. That's what it feels like. I mean, y'all ever been peeling an orange or whatever this is called, a tangerine, a cutie, whatever. I haven't seen these things called a bunch of stuff. But y'all ever been peeling one of these junks and like you go to peel it and then it spritzes the juice up in your eye? That must be hurting. I'm gonna start wearing some safety goggles. And man, it ain't get my eye, but yeah, it just spritzed on my desk. Yeah. While I'm waiting, I'm finna go ahead and take this off the table over here. This 12 racks. Run me that. Yes, please. Close it. All right, less than $100. Did you seen that? That's less than $100. That's at 904. Come on, man. It's gotta hit like 8,100 for me to click that X. Cause if it gets to 8,000 and I click it, it's gonna knock me back $40 or something like that, and I'm gonna be sitting here looking stupid after I done waited all this time. So, boy, I'm watching this equity like a hawk right now. Come on, 81. Come on. Are you serious? It went over it, but it didn't give me enough. Now, if it don't go back up now, that'll legit be the worst it's ever been. Like, that'll be the worst that's ever happened to me. Less than a pip. Less than a pip. Like, I was over the profit target, but I know my commission wasn't covered. I'm just tripping. I've been waiting all this time for 10 pips, man. 10 pips? Let's see here. Because if it comes just above that wick, then that'll be what I need. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4 candles. This candle started right there. That's 9.3 pips. I've needed 9.3 pips for over an hour now. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. That is hilarious. You couldn't have went up that much first. That's like, oh man. The market be marketing, boy. The market be marketing. Look at that. Somebody's watching me. It came up to like, what was it? It was about $8,020, wasn't it? I needed $20 more. I hit the profit target. I'm posting this, boy. That's crazy to me. What the heck just happened? Come on, bruh. And that's trading, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we got to deal with. Now I'm gonna show y'all what's even crazier and why I'm like, somebody's watching me. This is my 5%ers account, right? Now, if I go to a different account, now I already TP'd on this one, but it's not that bearish over here. If I go to another account, it's not that bearish over here. Why? Why is it right here? What's up with that? Now, 5%ers, I was just bigging y'all up, talking about how, you know, y'all ain't got no problems. Y'all ain't been causing no issues in the industry. But this right here, that's unacceptable. I don't appreciate that. Y'all watching me. Y'all are watching me. Okay, don't know what just happened, but I appreciate this little gap in the market right there. Let's go on up and finish this day out because it's 28 minutes till market close. See, they trying to get me excited again, and I ain't gonna do it because it's too late in the day. Y'all know I already played with my emotions enough. So if it goes above that line, then I should be safe to take profit. Because when it was at the top, it was like $8,020. So if it goes above the line, I should have enough to cover the commission. Pop it up right now because this is the last candle of the day. There we go. Got him. Got him. See, they tried to scare me out of my position. That's what happened. I wasn't falling for it though, but they tried. All right, now that that's done, let me, man, hey, my heart beating. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I was trying to play it cool, but look, whoo, hey, boy, that had my heart beating, son. But let's check out the dashboard real quick. All right, so taking a look at the back office, we see I did hit the profit target of $8,000. And I also met the minimum day requirement. Now, this isn't a minimum day requirement like most firms where they say you have to trade at least this many days. No, this means you have to have 3 minimum profitable days. And what they consider a profitable day is you take your initial balance of your account and you multiply that by 0.005. So for me, having a 100K account times 0.005, I have to make at least $500 for 3 days before so if let's say I hit the profit target on day 1, don't matter, still gotta make $500 2 more times. So that's what that requirement is. But anyway, looking at the what you call this thing, the profit curve or something like that, equity curve, I don't know, but looking at this right here, I never went down I never even hit 1% drawdown of the 10% that I could lose. That 99,254, I think that was the lowest I hit. Yeah, that was the lowest I hit, was like on day 1. And, but it was a pretty, it was up and down for a few days. The market wasn't really cooperating with me too good. But, the last few days have been, or this week, basically, I pretty much just passed the whole thing this week, like the last 3 days in a row or 4 days, something like that. But, here it says I took 26 trades. That wasn't 26 setups. That was 26 entries. Cause a lot of those was like, 0.01 because I ended up trading NAS, which I don't do, and I didn't know how to calculate the entry, so I'm nitpicking at it, trying to make sure I don't over leverage or other stuff. I'm gonna have to put like one standard on, or just, it was stuff I was testing out. So it definitely was 26 entries, but it was not 26 setups. And 61% win rate. I don't give a darn about win rate percentage, man. That don't mean nothing to me. You can be extra profitable with a 20% win rate and be super profitable. So win rate does not matter to me. But anyway, just showing that, yeah, the account is passed, or this phase is passed. Hopefully I get the email soon because they ain't sent it yet. Now let's go over the actual reason that I took the trade. Now this is my Fivers challenge here, but I'm gonna show you on a different chart just because I like the way this one looks a little better. So this is my killer crossover setup. So looking at the H1 time frame here, we see that price was consolidating, and it consolidated just under a moving average crossover. Now the gold line is my 50 EMA. The purple line is a 144 EMA. When the 50 was crossing over to 144, we had this consolidation right here. And within that consolidation, we had what I would consider, what I call a prominent point right here in the Asian session. And that prominent point ended up getting broken through. And at the same time that prominent point got broken through, price also broke back above that moving average cross. So Normally, when you see a moving average crossover, like most people have like a 50 and a 200 moving average if they have those kind of levels. But mine is a 50 and 144, which I got from a group that I used to be in, and I just been sticking with it. But they didn't have this strategy. This is definitely my strategy for sure, 100%. I'm just saying, as far as the 144 moving average, why I use that, it was just a group that I was in back in the day, and I'm just used to looking at the chart like this. But most people, when the 50 crosses over that, they're gonna consider that like, okay, the trend is definitely down now. Like it's fixing to, we're looking for sales. Not all the time. And so this is kind of my way of, I guess, combating the market makers saying, oh, y'all think it's fixing to go down because we didn't cross these moving averages over. Watch this. Bam, shoot it back up. So it's just kind of my strategy, just kind of following that. But once that happened, I went to the 15-minute time frame, and I wanted to make sure that price came back and grabbed my 50 EMA. I needed to make sure also that the 50 EMA on the 15-minute time frame had not yet crossed over the 144. That's very important. And essentially, this is the picture that I sent to my group. I put this picture in the group before I took the trade. I told them, hey, if price comes down here in this green box, then I'm buying. And then this bold red line represents where I plan to put my stop loss. But I posted that in the group earlier. So, and once again, like all my strategies are free. This killer crossover strategy I'm talking about right now, I've got an entire video completely explaining this strategy in full detail, showing multiple examples. Go check that out. All my strategies are free on YouTube. I do not charge for my strategies. What I do charge for, if you want to join the group, is just if you need extra help and if you want to see what trades that I plan to take before I take them. So check out that killer crossover strategy video, the newest one, because there's an old one out there from like, that's got a Jason mask on there. Don't look at that one. Look at the new one that I just put in I got a full free course I just put out. That's the one the killer crossover strategy video you want to look at. But yeah, so price came down. It grabbed the 50 EMA around that green box that I was in, and that's when I entered the trade. And as you see, our stop loss, it did come close to getting hit, but my stop loss was really, it wasn't that big. It was like what? It was less than 10 pips, or like right at 10 pips or something like that. So it wasn't like it was a huge stop loss, but even so, we had about 7 or 8 pips of drawdown that we dealt with, and then you saw what happened on the rest of the time. But essentially, that's the breakdown of why I took the trade, was my killer crossover setup. I do think that GBPCHF is going to continue to go up for quite a while. Being that it's Thursday, we got one more day left in the week. I think this was kind of a mid-week change in direction, and so tomorrow I anticipate it'll go up another 50 pips or more higher. I don't know, but I'm out the trade now, so I don't too much care. Till next time, I'ma holler at y'all.